Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Thursday, April 25th, 2019 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is understanding is worth the time it takes. And every single time I said this in my head before doing this, I kept hearing gently, 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 gently as you move forward. I know we're in the time of the bull, but you do not have to be the bull in the china shop right now rushing through stuff. The understanding that can come to you through all this astro energy that's going on, it's worth the time it takes. And this is going to require patience, and it's going to require the gently, gently energy. So awareness of that. And I think that's the thing. Like I have today's aspects, which we got some potent ones going on, but there's so much that's happening under the surface. There's so much building under the surface, and that's why we really don't want to be so rash right now. We do want to take the Ferdinand the Bull approach of being in the pasture and sniffing the flowers. Hopefully you read that book, or even I think there's a movie. Saw that movie at one point. It's a children's book. You don't have to fight for your way right now. This isn't about that. It's about moving intentionally at this time. We've got really strong earth energy guiding us. We have the moon in Capricorn, and the moon in Capricorn is making all of the connections today. And then we have the sun and Uranus hanging out in Taurus. So this earth energy is, again, reminding us we don't have to rush. In Tarot, earth energy is connected to the pentacles and the knight. You know, the knight in Pentacles energy, or the earth energy, he's the slow moving knight. So take it slow, take it easy, step with intentions, or step with intention as you move forward at this time. So today, just to dig into today's energies, we have the moon lighting up the Saturn, South Node, Pluto energy that we've got going on, all rather close, all pretty much conjunct in the sign of Capricorn. So this is major energy. It is preparing us for a major coming together later this year, early next year, of Saturn and Pluto, which I spoke about yesterday. I have a sneeze coming. Let's see if it comes out. No, it's not going to. Okay, so sorry about that. That sneeze is like, it's so funny. The sneeze is like the coming together of Pluto and Saturn. Like, it's gonna be a thing. It's not here yet, but it's gonna be a thing when it finally comes out. But the South Node and the moon are both lighting this up. South Node is reminding us we want to take this slow because we do not want to fall into the same patterns that we did before. So be very aware of that. The moon is reminding us, hey, there's a lot of stuff that's still hidden. There's a lot of stuff that you are still not completely aware of. So the slower you take it, the more these things can reveal themselves to you. Again, if you are aware of your chart, checking out where Capricorn is in your chart will be very helpful in helping to guide you. It's not to say that skeletons can't pop out of any of these other closets, but if you're aware of that, at least you have some focus. Look from your sun sign and your rising sign, or ask a friendly astrologer to support you in that if otherwise. But this is what we want to be aware of at this time. As the moon connects with Saturn, as the moon connects with the South Node and opposes the North Node, and as the moon connects with Pluto in and through today. Now, at the same time, we have Saturn and the South Node slowly, gently coming close to each other. And this is reminding you to notice what responsibility are you taking in your life. So we looked at this sort of in a way with the Taurus energy. Like, what is important to you in your life? Well, what responsibilities have you taken on in your life? And are they your responsibilities? I don't remember who I was talking about this with. I think it was Joe. But I was talking with somebody about how, you know, we each come and we have missions. But some of us get that idea that we have to be the superhero, that we have to save the world, that we have to do all these things to fix things. And it's not on our mission list. And yet we go out of our way to do these things. And then we keep finding ourselves getting hurt because it's not our mission. And when we take on these things that are not part of our mission, that is not our work, we take that opportunity away from somebody else who is meant to step up. Like, you're not in charge of the universe. You can let the universe unfold itself. You're in charge. Your responsibility is yourself. So if you are one of those people who has the Messiah complex, the superhero complex, you can keep the cape, but be the superhero for your life. Be the superhero of your mission rather than taking on these other things. And I think that's something we have to remember with these connections coming in. You will empower yourself when you take on your lesson, when you let go of these other things that are somebody else's work to do, somebody else's place to step up. And this is a major lesson for us all. So it's always taking it easy, taking it slow. Is this something, a place for me to show up and do the work? And sometimes it is. And other times it's like, oh, okay, I will say a prayer, I will hold the light, I will do this part in it, but I will allow this to unfold in another way. And you have to be very in tune to do that with yourself. And sometimes you may not exactly fall into it the right way. But I think this is one of the patterns we're all being called to release. What is your responsibility? And how are you called to show up in it? And with the moon connecting to Saturn, there may be some hidden responsibilities that you have not keyed into yet within your life. So be aware of the awareness, of the understanding of those may be coming forward. That may be why you're trying to fill your life with these other missions, because you hadn't tapped in to this other thing that feels so meant to you. A word of note, something that's meant for you, you can really feel it within. It's not a logic game. It is something that thrives and grows within you. So let that be something that helps guide you through these lessons. The moon today is also connecting to Neptune, and Neptune's also saying, hey, take your responsibility slow. Go with the flow. This is how you are ultimately going to tap into what it is for you. So just that awareness of that is going to support you. Take note. Saturn is going retrograde in just a few days. So this is like the last little push before we have that retrograde pattern begin, which again, I love that it's going retrograde as the South Node comes over, reminding us this is a process, the unwinding of these things. And keep in mind too, the North Node in Cancer, utilizing that energy, utilizing the energy of allowing your feelings. You don't have to be Atlas holding up the world. You don't have to be Superman. You don't have to be the person who doesn't feel and doesn't express. Your feelings are required. They're part of the process. You must nurture and mother yourself through this and listen to your intuition to help guide you. All those lessons are for us all, as a group right now, as we move through with the North Node in Cancer. So keep that in mind as you walk through these worlds today in this astro. That being said, let go of the need to understand in your timing. Here it is. I love this card in the description. It talks about this drop of water right here. It's already dropping. It's already in process. You're already in process. A lot of what you need to actually do is just bring into the space of allowing. Get out of overthinking that you have to figure it out. You do not have to be 20 steps ahead of the universe. And this is something I have to remind myself of daily, because there's some part of me that feels like I have to be a million steps in front of the universe. And maybe that's my old person that wanted to save the world. I had a lot of that in Atlantis and a lot of healing to do around that. Put that down. You don't have to be 20 steps ahead. Trust. Be in the flow. Be in the space of divine possibility, because it is here and now. And if you can slow down, you can allow these things to trickle in. So I think that's going to be it for today. Take a second. What are you grateful for? Light up that energy within you. Besides that, come book a reading with me. If you want some help finding Capricorn in your chart, I do have short email readings, so you can always do that. Besides that, you do have the power. The better it gets, and there is more than enough love in the world for you. Namaste.